Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished members of the Parliament, it's an honor to have the opportunity to talk about Iran and Iranian Kurdistan in the Parliament of your country, the democratic and federal Switzerland. Just like Switzerland, Iran is a multi-ethnic and diverse country with different that the Iranian political system is not democratic and no democratic institution have been established in Iran. The Iranian constitution not only has refused to acknowledge the right of different ethnicities, religions, and diverse composition of the society, but also, according to the constitution, those people have been deprived their rights and political parties. While in your country, federalism has been built on acknowledgement of different ethnics and their equal rights. In the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Kurds, who are more than 10 million people, have not the right to educate in Kurdish language. And the Kurdish children are forced to study in another compulsory language. So they experience discrimination and segregation from early age. This kind of discrimination is reflected in different political, social, and economic dimensions of the Kurdish life and marginalized ethnicities and other religious groups in Iran. This is happening while in your beautiful country, children are allowed to study in 4 languages, namely German, French, Italian, and Romance. And this right has been granted according to the law. Dear participants, the main reason for the establishment of the Democratic Party of Iranian Kurdistan, which took place about 80 years ago by Qazi Muhammad, and later the proclamation of the first Kurdish Republic, was the notion that every ethnic and other religions in Iran should have same rights and they should be given opportunity and right to determine over their destiny. But the previous Iranian regime, the Pahlavi monarchy, used military force to topple the Democratic Kurdish Republic and hanged its founders, and the policy continued until it was toppled in 1979. After the 1979 revolution, a new opportunity emerged so the Kurdish nation in Iran could use it and hoped to achieve its democratic rights and demands through peaceful and civil means. But unfortunately, the Islamic Republic, instead of acknowledging the rights and embrace the goodwill of the Kurdish people, it waged an aggressive and bloody war against the Kurds in Iran and our party. From the moment and onward, which is more than 45 years of the rule of Islamic Republic, the fate of the Kurdish people and other ethnicities have been to witness discrimination, poverty, imprisonment, and execution, and systematic oppression, for instance, enforcing compulsory hijab on women. Ladies and gentlemen, during the past decades, the Islamic Republic of Iran has made Iranian Kurdistan to a military zone and perceives every movement and civil society, culture, and even environmental protection activities through security glasses. The security forces has arrested the activists within those areas and opens cases against them, accusing them of threatening the state security, and easily condemns them to long time imprisonment and even, in some cases, to capital punishment. In the recent years, the IRGC, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, has targeted the displaced Iranian Kurdish activist camps, which are situated near our party's civil camps in the Iraqi Kurdistan region, by ballistic missiles. The Iranian Kurdistan's movement and our party's struggle is a movement of the masses, and its goal is to attain our rights, which has been going on throughout the Islamic Republic too. And the latest movement in 2022 under the slogan Jin Jiyan Azadi, Women, Freedom and Life, which started from Kurdistan and became a nationwide movement. In 1989, Dr. Abdul Rahman Qasimlu, the former Secretary General of our party, embarked in a mission to solve the Kurdish question through dialogue. So he met an Iranian delegation in Vienna, but later it became evident that those so-called diplomats were in fact an assassination squad, so they assassinated Dr. Abdul Rahman Qasimlu on negotiation table. 3 years later, Dr. Sharaf Kandi, the successor of Dr. Qasimlu, had arranged a meeting in Berlin to discuss forging an alliance between the political parties of Iranian opposition groups. But he was targeted as well by the terrorist team, which was directed and supported by the Islamic Republic of Iran. Undoubtedly, if the international community and European countries, after the terror attack in Vienna, which led to the assassination of Dr. Qasimlu and his colleagues, had reached adequately and had demanded justice and accountability, the terror attack in Berlin wouldn't have happened, and the Islamic Republic state-sponsored terrorism had not spread throughout Europe, which has targeted tens of members of the Iranian opposition in the heart of democratic Europe. Islamic Republic is the main source of exporting terrorism, destabilizing region, using its nuclear program as a tool to hold the international community as a hostage. Ladies and gentlemen, we believe the best alternative to get rid of the Islamic Republic of Iran with this kind of ideology against the region and even the world is to remove this undemocratic system. Democracy will be established when the future political system of Iran is built on partnership and participation of all diverse composition of Iranian society. Likewise, in the country's constitution, this diversity must be acknowledged, and the rights and freedom of all communities in the country should be safeguarded. And it must reflect a consensus democracy built on federal and decentralization of Iran and according to democratic values for the partnership between Iran's diverse communities. We ask the Parliament of Switzerland to use its available means to inform the government of Switzerland, the European Union, and even the international community that Iran's issue is not only its nuclear program. By putting pressure on the Islamic Republic, restricting the regime and supporting the protest movement of Iranian people, you can help democratic change in Iran. Kurds in Iran have been the main victims of terrorism, oppression, and the discriminatory policies of the Islamic Republic of Iran. But during its legitimate struggle, they have always believed in universal principles of human rights. We have never answered the Islamic regime's terror by terror, because we deeply believe in the values of human rights and charters of human rights according to international law. The human rights values are deeply rooted within our political belief, and we have good relationship with the parties and communities in the free and democratic world. Kurds in the Middle East in general, and in Iran in particular, are an important factor for democracy and stability in the region. Therefore, we expect that you support us and defend our rights in general, and even support us in forging a democratic alternative to the Islamic Republic of Iran. I would like to conclude by conveying my gratitude once again for giving me the opportunity to inform you about the political situation in Iran and the Kurdish question. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you very much.